Alright, I think everything's where it needs to be. Let me just do not disturb my phone. And hello, everyone. Do I remember how to stream? That's the important thing. Do I? Hey, oh, whoops, wow. Okay, that was a little much for OBS. I haven't updated OBS yet, although, wow, can you get the memory right? Stop dropping frames. OBS. There you go. Look, OBS is working hard. I shouldn't be so hard on it. Thank you, Art, for the resub. Thank you, Springleaf and Yarnimancer and Rogan as well. You found a fan at home and immediately thought of me. Well, that's just fantastic. I appreciate that. I really do. I haven't shopped for any new ones, and I haven't found any other ones yet that I want to buy, because I have a lot at home right now that I never actually use, which is the worst. But I probably will end up getting like a smaller one. Oh goodness. I'll probably end up getting a smaller one, just because when it gets warm and sunny outside, I might actually want that for actual sunshade and air. Space Valkyries, welcome on in. It is a raid of the Space Valkyries with the dancing cat butts. I appreciate it. I'm very glad that you... Oh! Meridu, thank you for the resub. Wow. There's a lot going on my screen. Hold on a second. Let me just undo that to... Yeah, OBS is doing a whole lot. And I had chat up, and Twitch chat is very, very animated when it comes to the chat window, so OBS was having a little trouble keeping up. Also probably running like 15 instances of Chrome inside of OBS Studio, while also running Chrome is probably not the greatest, but you know, it's fine. It's 100% fine. I'm sorry I yawned in your face. I guess I'm tired. I mean, I am legitimately tired, so, but let me say thank you while I figure out what else I'm doing. Thank you for the hype train and for the, and for the resubs. It took me a minute to remember how this all works, which is weird, because, I mean, I live here on this couch. I don't... No, you should just said it. Now you passed it back. If you don't actually see my mouth yawn, then it doesn't count, right? So yes, you're all welcome for that. You're all welcome for the yawning. Like I can yawn like without making the noise and without doing the whole face, but then my face looks really weird. It's like it's like when you're trying to stop a sneeze and your face just contorts. And yeah. So it's a bit like that. I had to learn how to like not yawn and stuff in symphony orchestra, because they kind of frown upon you yawning when it's a very long stretch of music and it's not, you don't do anything. So yeah, it's like, yeah, just swallowing the yawns, which apparently are coming fast and furious today, and I don't know why. Okay, so let me get this ready, and oh, Discord is working, maybe, for a change, perhaps, we'll see. But welcome on in, Tanya. There were more resubs, so you know, whatever, more resubs. Speaking of, what perfect timing, because we're about 1 week away from your wait, nope, I had it. Now I'm yawning again, but you can't see it. Haha. We're about a week away from your purchases of Disco the Baby Dragon Familiar, benefiting the Canadian Cancer Society. It is purchases through February 22nd that will do it. Disco the Familiar will still be available in the in-game store and in Steam, I believe. I'm pretty sure Disco will remain available after this, but it's primarily for this period that all of the net proceeds from the sales go to benefit the Canadian Cancer Society. And I did go around to all of the shops today. So I went to Steam and Epic and the Xbox store and the PlayStation store and the Switch store and the Apple iOS store and the Google Play store. And out of all of those 7, Steam is the only one where if you want to buy this for someone else, you can also do that. So if you've already got Disco in your game and you know somebody else who plays Idle Champions who maybe isn't aware, maybe they don't use familiars, which if they don't, you should really introduce them to familiars because they're great. You could also buy a pack as a gift for other people. So there's that. I don't think you can buy like a gift code for it, so that's like meh. But yeah, so that's the only platform on which you can buy one for someone else. Otherwise, I've already seen people post screenshots. I'm happy that people have Disco in their game. I suffer from the too many familiars problem. So if it's a charity familiar, I buy it, or if it's on sale, I buy it. But otherwise, Rogan is now officially timed out forever from this channel. So that's what that's about. Untimed out if does another archival stream about cookbooks. So there you go. Your conversation last night has me thinking about writing subclasses, and I really should get like I don't really know like about writing stat blocks and subclasses and magical items. I should probably get a template so that I can better understand how to do that. But yeah, that would be fun because I've definitely had ideas. Some of those ideas I have given to DM Jazzy Hands, who is also on right now, and we have said that we're going to write them, and we never do because who has time for anything these days? No one. However, let's see here. So bye, Disco. But what is today? Today we're going to play Wingspan. Wingspan is a board game that when I was at PAX Unplugged, the friend that I was visiting, PAX Unplugged had a massive library of board games. So you could go basically check one out, go to a nearby table and play. They even also had little signs you could have that if you were looking for a group, like you wanted to play board games with a group, or if you had a board game and you were looking to teach someone, they had little signs up that you could do, which admittedly in a non-pandemic world would probably be a lot more inviting, but in a current pandemic world, people were mostly sticking to their own groups, which I can totally understand. Hey, Di, welcome on in. So we kept looking for Wingspan, and were unable to find it. And then, the funny thing is, the word Wingspan completely left my brain. Completely. Absolutely left my brain completely. I even looked at it when we looked at card-based games in the Nintendo Switch store one Sunday, but it did not matter because when my friend was visiting this past weekend, we went to Labyrinth, which is a card and which is basically a game store near Eastern Market here, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, they have Wingspan and they have the expansions," and I'm like, there's a game that's just like this, but it's a video game and it's just like this, and you're doing that. And I'm staring at the game Wingspan. I'm staring at the expansion for Wingspan. I'm staring at the other expansion for Wingspan. And I'm like, it's just there's this game where you do this exact same thing, and that's so cool. And I'm just like, then I go to my email where Lurkit, one of the places that I request keys for games I want to play from, is like, hey, there's a new thing available. It's called Wingspan. And I'm just like, right. The video game is the board game. Yes. Yes, because I am smart. So, I've heard that it's a very good adaptation from board to video, and I honestly really support these things. I support board games turning into video games because generally when that happens, it does turn it into a single player experience. And I've said before, sometimes I love games. I don't necessarily have a board game group, and I just love things I can play by myself. So this is that. And I believe it's like 1 to 5 players. So I'm not sure if it's got online or simply couch co-op, but we'll find out. I also played Slay the Spire last night, and I finally got to the heart of the spire. And I finally got to the heart of the spire, and then I guess started over. So, but I beat it on one game, on one character, which means I unlocked the next character. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be really easy on me because I need that. I need that easiness, pleasiness. So let me see here. There's really, I'm sorry, I've been so like caught up in this, in talking about this because I'm excited to play a board game, a video game, that I also forgot what else is happening lately. So I talked about Disco and Idle Champions. It is through February 22nd. So any purchase that you make of the Familiar over the next week, the net proceeds of that will go to the Canadian Cancer Society. You can buy it in game or you can buy it in the store, depending on your platform. You also can see that we did a Moondance charity D&D game that was done February 9th, run by Lauren, and it had me and V and Alexis, and shoot, I cannot remember the other person's name because I am the worst. But if you take a look, the VOD is up. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun, and we totally threw Lauren because she didn't expect us to make friends with the antagonist, which is great. I was also recently on Idle Insights, which I forgot to have a command for. Idle Insights, talking to Todd about developing the Familiar and my D&D stuff with rivals, and just in general, we had a really nice conversation, which was nice. And recently, last month, was it December? Might have been December. I talked to the Teen GEN Talks. That's the Glendale Library Arts and Culture. They do a podcast. And I talked about content creation and streaming and tabletop, and there was a rapid fire Q&A that I don't do well at, but I did kind of well at. They asked me something like, what's a useless superpower you have, or a useless ability? And I was like, what? I feel like that's it. I feel like that's everything. And coming this weekend, there will be Rivals. And there will be one more watch party for the finale episodes of season 1 of The Legend of Vox Machina. And I thought I would check the mail today, but I didn't have time. But I actually was on Etsy buying other things. And I ended up buying some amiibos, some basically custom amiibos for characters. So come this Sunday, we'll at least be able to have coffee with some interesting characters. I may invite them to my island, but that's a whole 3-day process that I'm not in the mood for right now. But we might have coffee with a unicorn, so that might be a thing that happens. And I think that's it. I'm going to stop talking now because I want to get into this game. I've stalled enough. Have I stalled enough? No, actually, I've only been live for like 20 minutes. No, usually I'm live 30 minutes before we go into the game, so I don't know. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. That is a username to contend with. Yeah, I did. I found it so interesting because some people were just making like plain old stickers. Other people were making like little discs and cards. Nobody tried to counterfeit the actual cards, so no one did that, thankfully. But obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, the means to make your own amiibo is out there. It's not difficult. It's really not difficult. And that's really it. Like you're able to basically program the NFC card with the data and then give it to someone. So there you go. Yeah, mine are going to look like little coins, I think. I think I got little like coin badges for mine. So I'm going to love that. Now I kind of want to see if I can stick a pin back to them so I could just like wear amiibos and be like, oh, I love your thing. And I'm like, it's an amiibo. Do you want Julian in your game? Just lean in. There you go. Boop. That'd be fun to wear NFC stuff. Harmless NFC stuff, mind you. Harmless. Anyway. So let's hop over to the game and load it up and see what happens. Because yes, I too am excited to learn to play this. I really enjoy card-based games. I'm not always good at them, but if you're coming here for good gameplay, you should probably go somewhere else. That's all I got to say. So let's make sure. I think it should be updated. Let me pause this and do this. Oh, that's so pretty. That's just pretty. Can we just stay on this screen for a while? I'm here for this. It has been termed a very relaxing game. A very relaxing strategy game. So I'm ready. And I said I just love it because it's a board game that they've been able to replicate in a video game, and from what I hear, it's a very good port of that from board to video. And I just like I like card-based games. Gilbster knows, Die knows. I'm not great at them. As a matter of fact, I usually end up just wanting all the cards, which makes for a really bad deck. But we'll see. Oh. Oh, the icons are okay. But it's just gorgeous. It really is. I went to Lurk It to request a key for Xbox, but it's also on other platforms. Oh, wow. Hello, Demon Omega. You can play online? Hey, you can play online. You can... Oh, whoa. You can get matchmaking. You can play asynchronously, 72 hours per turn. Oh, come on. That's amazing. Okay. That's fantastic. And no, you don't need colonialist or violent theme to make a successful board game. Okay, so settings. Oh, jeez. Is that satisfying or what? Oh. Okay. Let me actually pay attention. Trivia. Trivia activation. For every bird played or only for a new bird played? We'll do only for a new bird played for now. Language English voiceover. Animations and habitat descriptions, yes. I'm hoping that the controls on my side of the screen, oh, you can see them. I'm hoping the controls will tell me as I go because I'm never going to remember all this. So we'll see. But again, I think we're really just here for some lovely music, some very pretty burbs, and a really nice environmental atmosphere. And yeah. Can we see all the birds? We have to unlock the birds first. But there's a lot of birds. But we have to unlock them first. Even that card back with the feathers. So pretty. Okay. Alright. We'll play. Oh, tutorial. Perfect. You can't have all the round burbs. So we're gonna play the tutorial first. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, another bird enthusiast. You're new to Wingspan? I'll show you around. I'm Robin, by the way. Hey. I'm a guardian of this wildlife preserve. As you've probably noticed, this place is all about birds, but also about winning. Oh, okay. Okay. To win the game, you have to get the most victory points, which are represented by feathers. One way to do that is by playing birds. Before we start, you should get familiar with the structure of the game. I also love that the waiting to go is an egg. Alright. This is the start your turn pop-up. Wingspan is played over 4 rounds. Right now, it's your first turn of the first round. Okay, this is where in board games, I start glazing over when someone starts reading out the instructions and the mode of play. I start glazing over, but like, okay, round 4 round is your first turn of the first. In the first, oh come on. In the first round, you take 8 turns. Each turn is marked by an action cube. Sometimes board games are great, but sometimes this is really like, what? Okay, so first round, 8 turns. Each turn is marked by an action cube. We have 4 rounds. Okay. In each round, you have 1 fewer action, and so 1 fewer turns to take. Okay. On the right side of the screen, you can see how many turns you have left this round. Hey, Malum. And those are end of round goal titles, but don't worry about them right now. Now I'll show you what you can do each turn. Press A. Okay. First, you need to know how to navigate the habitats of your preserve. Okay. The left side of the screen, those are the habitats. We're in the forest now. In the forest, you gain food for your birds. Now check out what you can do in grassland. Press RB. Ooh. Oh, hi. Indeed. Oh, hi. In the grassland, you can lay eggs. Eggs are useful for playing birds. And notice it says behind me, lay eggs on birds. Then brown powers in this habitat will activate. You also score one, I can't remember the name of the points. Habitat points? Freedom? Something points. 1 feather. You score 1 feather for each egg you have left in your preserve at the end of the game. This is where I start to screw up. Now check out wetland. Okay. This is where you draw more bird cards. For now, you have some cards in your player setup. Now let me show you the most important part of this game. Birds! Yes, I want all the birds, please. These are the birds in your hand. Look closely at the structure of the Carolina Chickadee card. Okay, here you have habitat symbols, so that's where the bird can be played. It can only be played in the forest. Here's the cost of food. Okay, to play a Carolina Chickadee, you need to spend a seed or an invertebrate. Okay, and the number next to that symbol is the bird's point value. Having this bird in your preserve gives you this many points at the end of the game. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to a learning curve. And again, with board games that you play with friends where you're all sitting around and it's fine because we'll all walk through it and we'll all figure it out, it's fine. If I had to sit down and some people are like, hey, we're playing Wingspan, do you want to play? I'd be like, I'm good, thanks, because this is a lot. But it's very pretty. Here is the nest icon. There are 5 types of nests. The Carolina Chickadee has a cavity nest. The other nest types are platform, ground, bowl, and wild. Nests are used by some birds' powers, bonus cards, and in end-of-round goals. I'll explain in detail later how these are used. Wild nests can be powerful because they can match with any other nest type. Try to remember that. Here is the birds. Ready? Ready? Are we ready to say it? Here's the birds. Wingspan!
Ta-da!
Are you not? Oh, I turned off all alerts on this screen, didn't I? I was recording a thing. Sorry about that.
Ta-da!
Okay. Wingspan is used by some birds' powers and bonus cards. You'll notice when you need them. Here is the most important thing, the bird's special power. As you play the game, you'll see that birds have a wide variety of powers. There are 3 types of powers: when activated, when played, and once between turns. The Carolina Chickadee has a when activated power. I'll explain all 3 types during our playthrough. Brian, welcome on in. Hello. Indeed, it's Burbs. I'm going to need a lot of this explained to me because I always get the basics of a game, but the strategy takes a while to really get into my head. And there are times when I've been able to play a game flawlessly and have never won. Because I know the rules, but I will never really grasp the strategy. And it's fine. Finally, at the bottom of the card you have egg slots. This is where you lay eggs. Each bird has a limited capacity for holding eggs. Now I'll teach you how to play a bird. Go to the forest so you can gain food for the Carolina Chickadee. Okay, first you need to gain food for your bird. The panel on the right shows how much food you have. Currently, you have no food. So we need to gain food from the bird feeder. To play the Carolina Chickadee, you need invertebrates or seed. Look at the bird feeder. Am I in the way of the bird feeder? A little bit. The dice show which food is currently available. Inside the bird feeder are invertebrate or seed, seeds, and berries. The leftmost exposed slot shows you how much food you can take. For now, you can take only 1 die. In order to gain food, you need to activate this habitat. Okay, the leftmost exposed slot will activate a habitat. So that first slot will activate a habitat. Do you remember the action cube? That will appear to mark your first turn. I'm also trying to see where on the screen I can put myself, because it's a very pretty game with nowhere for your friendly streamer, so I'll dip for a while we go through the first few things. Okay, this marks the activated slot. It is moved from your action panel to mark the leftmost exposed slot in the forest. No herb, just burb. Damn it. That's a good one. Damn it. Okay, so we activated the gain food action. Choose what you want, select the die you need, and then press A. Okay. Choose the seed, and press A. Okay. Then we press Y to confirm our action. And you see the no takesy-backsies symbol on the button? Means that the action you're about to do can't be undone. Anytime you see that, think twice before you act. Yes, we are familiar with the no takesy-backsies symbol game. Thank you. When you press B, your action cube will go back to the turns panel. Okay, we need seed to play the Carolina Chickadee, so confirm our choice by pressing Y. Okay. That was our first turn. Let's start the second one. Your cube from the first turn flew to the left and marked that you took the gain food action. Oh, it's a tiny, tiny, teeny, tiny square on the habitat thing. I need to figure out how to get zoom ins, but it's a teeny, 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 tiny little square. Tiny. Very tiny. Now you have enough food to play the Carolina Chickadee. It's pointing again, right behind my head. At the food that's behind me. Remember that the Carolina chickadee's food cost says that it needs 1 invertebrate or 1 seed. To play a bird, you need to cover its food cost, which means you need to pay for it. Wow, bird capitalism. Play the Carolina chickadee by pressing the up arrow up on the D-pad to bring the cards up and confirm your selection by pressing A. Okay, so that lets us flip through the cards. Oh! Ah! Ah! It's bird calls. When you flip between the cards, you get bird calls. Okay. The action cube has moved beneath the picture of the Carolina chickadee, again marking your turn. On the left, I'm guessing the swirly windy thing reminds you that you chose play a bird action. Okay, look at this panel. This is the cost of the bird you want to play, the same one printed on the card. And this is the suggested payment. If you had more food, you could change the type of food spent to play this card, but we won't do this now. Pressing Y confirms your action, so we're going to pay a seed to play the bird. Remember, the no take C back C symbol informs you the action you're about to do can't be undone. Press Y to confirm your food choice. Okay, let's start the next turn. So we have played a bird. Okay, your action cube from the second turn flew to the left and marked that you took the play a bird action. Hey, Blue Pointer, yeah. The Blue Jay is the next bird you'll want to play, but before you can do that, you need to collect food to pay for it. Look at the Blue Jay's food cost. So it looks like the Blue Jay is any and a seed. So we need to be able to basically get any other food and another seed. Okay. I figured that it would look like a game creator, which is really perfect, to be honest. Okay, so this plus means you need to spend that and any food you choose. Look again at the bird feeder. Inside of it are seeds, invertebrate seed, or berries. Do you remember how to gain food? Oh, playing a card made our food action improved. Press A. Okay, it's in the second slot because the first slot is occupied by the Carolina chickadee, so that bird is already doing things. So, okay. You'll get 1 die, but you can get more. Oh, interesting. So we activated the second slot because we put the Carolina chickadee in the first. The second slot allows us to do more. We can take one cube, 1 food, from the bird feeder, and we can discard a card to get 1 more. To play the Blue Jay, you need seed in any food item. So we take the die with the variable symbol. You can choose to take invertebrate or seed, so we choose the seed. Okay, and now we press X to exchange 1 card from your hand for 1 more food. Okay, we're going to choose the bald eagle card. Exchange that for food. Okay, and now we can take 1 more food. And before you do that, look here. I am looking. Those are the food outside of the bird feeder. There are 5 total. Each one that's taken out is marked here. While playing, you may encounter birds that use this information. Okay, so if there's food outside the feeder, that may be a thing that happens later. Now, take the seed and confirm your action. Press Y. Oh. Okay, so the action cube moved to the Carolina Chickadees slot because we now have activated an ability. Okay, so the action cube always moves to the left and activates all birds with a when activated power. So we activated forest and gained food, but it's not the end of your turn. Okay, so now that it's on the Carolina Chickadee, it activates on this turn. When activated powers are the most common in the game. All birds with a when activated power give you an extra action each time you activate the habitat that bird inhabits. This is a lot of words. All of your bird powers are optional. That means you don't have to activate them if you don't want to. We won't skip this power, however. I'll show you how it works. Does this get us more food? Every time you gain food, the Carolina Chickadee gains 1 seed. The Carolina Chickadee is not taking the seed from the bird feeder. It just found it somewhere else. Okay, so we can use their power, and that gives us 1 more seed. Okay. Alright, that was round 1 of 4, 5 turns left. Okay, last turn we cached food on the Carolina Chickadee. Each cached food is worth 1. I can't remember the name of this point. The amount of food a bird has cached is marked on the bird card here. Okay, so we've got 1 food cached on the Chickadee. Let's quickly sum up what gives you points so far. You get points for playing birds, for played birds, laid eggs, and cached food. Remember how I told you that you need eggs to play birds? You spend egg to play birds starting from the 2nd slot. Look at the slots. See the egg symbol on top of them? They indicate how many egg you need. How many egg you need. How many egg. So many egg. How many eggs you need to spend in order to play a bird in the slot. The cost is in addition to the bird's food cost. Egg. So if you want to play the blue jay in the forest, you need 1 egg. Go to grasslands. Here, you'll get eggs to lay on the birds of your choice. The leftmost exposed slot will activate a habitat. Okay. Now you have to choose where you want to lay your eggs. When you perform any of the 4 actions, that is playing a bird, gaining food, laying eggs, or drawing cards, you can switch between habitats. It is a very personal question. You need to find birds to lay eggs on. Goodness gracious. It is a lot, and I am picking up little bit by little bit. You need to find birds to lay eggs on, so go back to the forest. See on the icon shows this. Now, right, because you're playing a video game, if you're playing a board game, you'd probably have a lot more space on which to basically switch between areas, but a video game is like, we've got to consolidate this because we want to focus on making it really pretty. You're right, Balrog. This is absolutely the thing I'm gonna need to play quite a few times. Quite a few times, and I'm going to enjoy playing it because it's a very relaxing, chill game. For now. Okay, so we activated the laying eggs action in the grassland, but we came here to lay an egg. For now, there's only 1 bird you can lay an egg on, the Carolina Chickadee. So we lay in 2 eggs. Okay. Oh, goodness. Boop, boop. and confirm. Okay, so that was the end of that turn, with 4 turns left in round 1. Now you have everything you need to play the Blue Jay. We've got food. Okay, select the Blue Jay card and press Y to confirm your food choice, because now we have enough food for it. I love that. I love that. Okay. Okay. And we're paying, because we're paying basically what we have that matches. It's already picked that for us. Okay, you want to play a bird on the second slot, so you need to pay an egg. This new panel shows that you need to find and select a bird with a laid egg. Okay. Since the Carolina chickadee has eggs, we need to take an egg and get the habitat. So that gets the Blue Jay's habitat, and you are... Oh, you're animated! Okay. Nice. You have 2 birds played, and now your gain food action has become even stronger. You can now take 2 items of food from the bird feeder when you activate this habitat. Same. The Blue Jay is a very... that was like the cry growing up. To attract more birds, you need more cards. To draw more cards, go to... Okay. Here you can draw more cards. So I noticed that the leftmost on each of them has no price. The leftmost on each of them has no price whatsoever. I did not do I should have done a command for, I was almost about to forget the name of the game again. Because I am smart. It is currently 40% off on Steam if you're interested. I'm playing on Xbox, and it's also on Nintendo Switch. There we go. Oops. I lost my chat. Hold on a second. I closed chat by accident. Because I am smart. Okay. So smart. So yeah, it's on Steam for 40% off. I'm playing on Xbox. I'm wondering now if you can play cross-platform. You probably can't, so I may have to get this on Steam so that I can play with friends. Oh, I completely forgot the name of this game entirely, which is awful. But I do see that the leftmost card in the habitat has no cost. So we can do that basically for free, and then you have to start paying. Oh, sweet. When we were in the game store, I saw the 2 expansions for Wingspan, so that was really nice. So I'm glad that the expansion's coming. Okay, here you can draw more action cards, or more bird cards. Bird cards! The leftmost exposed slot will activate a habitat. Okay. Anytime you draw a bird card, you can choose whether you want to draw one of the visible face-up ones or a face-down. Is the face-down a trap card or a magic card, though? That's the question. You can't undo drawing a face-down card. Okay. For the sake of learning, I'll ask you to draw this killdeer. Draw the killdeer by choosing it and pressing Y to confirm. Oh, okay. You remember how to gain food, right? Sure. I absolutely remember how to do that. That's the thing I totally remember how to do. Okay. Because you played 2 birds in this habitat, you can now gain 2 food. You need seed or invertebrate to play the killdeer. I don't see that available. So... Oh, do I... Oh, I have an egg to play, though. I have an egg, so that's all good. Okay, so... Okay. To the left of the action cube, which is on our 3rd notch... Right there. There are 2 birds with brown powers. That means you will do 3 activations this turn. Gain food, activate the Blue Jay's power, and activate the Carolina Chickadee's power. Again, this is where my brain is like, I'm sorry, what? And how? And who many? And what? So, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Okay, so... I don't know. I'm like this with board games. Like, this game is pretty, and as long as the turn progression isn't too difficult, I'm having fun. And often, I have fun watching people who are really good. Like, I have fun watching people who are really good at this because I may learn techniques, but I don't expect to win any board game the first time I sit down. Because, meh. But I did play some really interesting ones at PAX Unplugged, but there was no way I was winning them the first time ever. Hey, thank you for the follow. Okay. So, after you gain food... Right, so after we gain food from the bird feeder, the action cube goes to the Blue Jay, activates its power, then the chickadee will be activated. So when we do this, we'll get... Oh. But the Blue Jay's power is to gain 1 seed if it's available, which it isn't. But the chickadee gains 1 seed regardless. Okay. And all of this using only 1 action. But the food you need isn't in the bird feeder. Don't worry, right now you can reset the bird feeder. Hey, thank you for the follow. Resetting means taking all dice inside and outside of the bird feeder and re-rolling them, okay? You can re-roll anytime all of the food in the bird feeder have the same face, you can re-roll. Let's try that now. But remember, you can't undo this action. You can't undo this action. You can't undo this action. I forgot him on camera. Okay, never mind. So the no takesy backsy symbol is okay. There's only 1. Okay, so if all the food in the bird feeder has the same face on it, or there's only 1 food in the bird feeder, you can re-roll all of them. Okay. And when all the dice are taken out of the bird feeder, they'll be re-rolled automatically at the end of the turn. Now, please take a worm and a berry. And accept your choice. Wow, that almost sounds threatening. Take your worm and your berries and leave with your choice. Well, I guess I'll do just that. Okay, we got a berry. We have an invertebrate. I just accept your choice. Okay, so this was a smart move, I see. Sort of. Because we took a... This is actually interesting. This is interesting. The game told me to take a berry and an invertebrate. The killdeer needs an invertebrate or seed. So the berry doesn't really do anything for me for the killdeer summon, but I'm guessing I'm going to cash the berry on the Blue Jay's card because now the Blue Jay will be able to take the seed from the bird feeder because I'm going to activate its power, and then the Carolina Chickadee is just going to find a seed somewhere, which, you know, is basically what a lot of us were doing going out to the clubs. We were just finding a seed anywhere. Hello, welcome, thank you for the follow. Welcome to I am bad at board games, and they turned a board game into a video game, which means that I'm great at those, so this is going to be fantastic. Alright, so let's see if this works. The Blue Jay's power can cache food, okay? But the Blue Jay's power lets you choose between caching or taking it for yourself. And unlike the chickadee, the blue jay takes the seed directly from the bird feeder. Okay. So when there's no seed in the bird feeder, you can't use this bird's power, which is why we left seed behind in the bird feeder. Fortunately, there's plenty of seed inside the bird feeder because the bird feeder is filthy. Anyway. Okay, so here you can choose if you want to take it or cache it. You can also skip this bird's activation. Just like anything, you can skip the activation, which I like. For now, take the seed. It will come in handy later. We're just gonna take the seed, folks. We're just gonna take the seed. Okay, so we've taken it and added the seed to our food, and then we're gonna activate. We're gonna basically gain one from the supply and cash it on this card. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Good news! I can't do Farnsworth voice. Cross Switch and all PC versions. Nice. Excellent. I may have to get this. I may have to get this on one or the other just so I can play it with friends. Okay, so we have one turn left in round 1. Look, it's your last turn this round. Before you finish, let me show you your opponent. This is your opponent. Our opponent is adorable. It's just a little ranger kitty. And this is you. It looks nothing like me, but that's fine. You can take a look at their habitats. Oh, so this is like in the board game where you're playing with other people. You're building your habitat, but of course you can see other people's habitats. To take a peek at the opponent's habitats, you need to press right trigger. Oh, this guy has a predator. It's a barred owl. That barred owl's like, what's up? How you doing? Hey. I feel judged by this owl. I mean, I feel a little bit judged by this owl. Just a little bit. His barred owl will hunt each time your opponent activates this bird. Okay, so the power of the barred owl is look at a card. Look at a face-down card from the deck. If the wingspan is less than 75 meters, tuck it behind this bird. If not, discard it. This owl is super... Rogan! Look, Rogan took it away from all of you. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, DC. Welcome on in, everyone. We are playing Wingspan, which I don't know why I can't remember the name Wingspan. We're playing Wingspan, which is a board game that has been ported to video game. It is a very, very, from what I've seen, a very good port. The rules are a bit of... Rogan, why are you like this? Why? Why? Okay? But yes, welcome on in. I was peeking in on DC playing Lost Ark, and I actually cleared hard drive space, so I might I might pop in and see what Lost Ark is like later on this week. If it's a nice, fun, cozy, casual game, I'd appreciate it. But welcome in Raiders. I also forgot to welcome in Space Valkyries. So this is technically a combined catch-up. It's a combined catch-up Super Megazord raid. So you have face for DC. Keep it in your holster there, buddy.
Welcome, Raiders. We know you have a choice in Twitch streamers, and we thank you for raiding Urban Bohemian. We hope that you'll enjoy your stay and consider following so that we can see you again soon. Emotes can be made available for your enjoyment by clicking on the subscribe button, and cheers of all amounts are accepted by your friendly streamer. Please adhere to the channel rules and moderator instructions. In the event of a loss of interest, spoilers, or that the stream's content is simply not to your liking, the exit button can be found in the upper right or upper left corner of your screen, and we invite you to peruse one of Twitch's many other offerings. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. We're very happy to have you here.
Yes, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. I am picking up this game slowly, but that's okay. Honestly, it's fine. It's very pretty, really, really pretty, and it's very calming. And even if I'm losing, it's going to make it very hard for me to care about losing. So let's get back to it. So we're looking at our opponent's habitat right now, and our opponent is a cute little ranger cat. But so this is interesting. The owl is even following like predator rules. Like if the wingspan of the card that's turned over is less than 75 meters, it's basically hunting. That's kind of cute. If it succeeds, the bird card will be tucked under this predator. Every tucked card is worth 1 point. That's the thing. Later, we'll try to use this power for our benefit. Alright, let's go back to your preserve and finish the first round. Okay, we now have enough food to play our killdeer. Look at the habitats that the killdeer can be played in. Okay, so we have to play it in the grasslands or the wetlands. For now, I would like you to play the killdeer in the wetland. Let's go to the wet place. Remember how you played birds before? Not really. First, choose the killdeer card. Oh. Then confirm the food cost on the panel, which is either 1 invertebrate or 1 seed. Does it matter? It's suggesting that I pay invertebrate, so okay. All right. Oh, okay. And this was your first round. I know, making me remember what I did. Ugh. Okay. These are the end of round goals. Oh, okay, the end of round goals. So the end of round 1, the goal was to have birds in the forest, which we had 2 birds in the forest. And okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeesh. That's okay. Let's go away. Go away, please. Go. Oh, dang it. It's stuck. Hold on a second. I caused chaos. There we go. Oof. I don't know what she said. I hope it was important. I need to remind anyone who is in the general vicinity of where I live that there was, and perhaps one day will again be, a board game convention in the DC area. And all of the puns that you're telling in my chat, if you live nearby, I'm going to basically make you attend this con so I can get my revenge in person by hearing more puns. Why did I say this? Never mind, ignore that. Scratch all of that. Flashy thingy. Prank caller, never mind. If you and your opponent tie, the points for those places are divided by the number of players and rounded down. Okay, we didn't tie this round, but good to know. Okay, let's summarize what you've learned so far. Oh, I like this. I like this on the, what's it, the left? Hold on. I'm holding up my left hand, so it's... I'm gonna have to flip my camera one day, but then my shirts won't read right and it'll bother me. So, on your turn, you take one of 4 actions. You can play a bird from your hand, gain food and activate forest bird powers, lay eggs and activate grassland bird powers, or draw bird cards and activate wetland bird powers. See, this is the kind of thing that I need, like, as a cheat sheet all the time. Like, on your turn, here's what you can do. You took 8 turns in the first round. You know how to play birds, gain food, lay eggs, and draw cards. You know that you can score points for played birds, laid eggs, cached food, tucked cards, end of round goals. You also know that you have an opponent. Ooh. Now I can show you more advanced stuff in the second round. Oh no. Well, I'm screwed. It's the first turn of the second round, and I remember nothing. See? Already asking me to remember stuff. I remember nothing. Close this screen, but it's got all the stuff I need on it. Okay, I want to show you something important about drawing cards, but to do that, you need more eggs. Go to the grasslands to lay more eggs. Okay. Leftmost exposed slot will activate a habitat. Okay, now find and choose a bird or birds that you want to lay eggs on and confirm this action. Okay, so I can continue to lay, I can lay another egg on, I can lay an egg on the chickadee or the blue jay. I can also lay an egg on the killdeer, which I think I want to do. I haven't laid an egg on the... I don't want to feel lonely, so I'll lay an egg on the blue jay. Oh, my round goals. Dang it. Count the total number of birds with this specific nest type that have at least one egg. Each bird counts just once, regardless of how many eggs it has. Okay, so I need to have birds that do a bowl nest or a wild nest. So let's find a bird that has a bowl nest. Okay, wait a second. You have a ground nest, so no. Sorry. Oh, wait. Can I not? I don't want to do that. No, I didn't want to do that. It would not let me remove the egg. I will figure it out next turn. I tried to remove the egg and it wouldn't let me remove it. So once you've placed an egg in the game, even though... So the take backsies doesn't quite work then, but that's okay. But yeah, I did not check the round goal, which... Oh, the cards in the wetlands have changed. Also, my opponent is constantly saying they placed eggs, laid eggs, etc., so you're also seeing stuff like that. After each round, all the face-up cards, you can't unlay an egg, I mean, imagine, right? The face-up cards will be replaced by new ones. Remember, if you want a specific card and the round is coming to the end, you'll lose an opportunity to draw what you wanted in the next round. So don't rely on those cards because they're going to change. Because you have a kill deer that covered the first slot, you can activate wetlands and use the egg exchange slot from the second slot. Let's make use of this exchange. Okay. So, we can exchange egg for a card. I feel like we're going to go with the barn swallow, just to keep it simple. Wait, did I do that right? Oh, now switch between habitats to find a bird with one laid egg on it so you can spend it to draw one additional, then accept the exchange. Okay, so we're taking it from this egg that I didn't mean to do, and then confirm. Now choose 2 face-up cards and accept your decision. Oh, okay. We're gonna choose you and you. Now activate the kill deer. Discard 1 egg to draw 2 cards. More cards. Goodness gracious. Okay. I like the... well... oh, it's going to activate regardless, Brian. So, let's do that. Confirm. Take the last face-up card. As you've probably noticed, the new face-up cards haven't been replaced yet. They will be replaced when you finish this turn. Look at the face down. If you draw a face down card, you won't be able to undo it. Draw 1 face down and accept your decision. Ooh, it's a vulture. I'm good with this. Oh goodness, it's a raid. Welcome on in. Apparently, accepting my decision meant that I get a vulture, an egret, and a raid. Welcome on in, Mighty Mur. How are you? How is everyone? I'll give you all a second in case there's free roll. I love those bubbles. Those bubbles are fantastic. They are really, really nice. More like snowy regret. I don't know that I expected this many bird puns. I don't know. But yes, welcome on in. We just did the raid video for a few, so I will give you a big old hello
Ta-da!
and disco. Push the other button. We do disco for any reason, really. It's my stream. I make the rules. Okay, well, I guess now it's official. Thank you for that, Rogan. I appreciate it. This game is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't 100% know everything going on. The game is teaching me now through the tutorial. We might get to an actual round, or I may just tell you the tutorial again. I wonder if it lets you play the tutorial unguided, but anyway. It's very pretty, it's very atmospheric, it's got bird calls for everything. It's telling me what my opponent did, which is nice. Okay, the leftmost exposed slot will activate a habitat. So, take the invertebrate. Because there's only 1 die in the bird feeder, 1 food die, you can re-roll all 5 dice. Roll them as you need another invertebrate to play Bell's Vero, which we can see here. I also love that when you flip between them, you get the bird calls, which is great. So let's re-roll all the food in the bird feeder. Well, that didn't turn out well. There's no worm for your Bell's Vireo. I I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't know how to say bird names. But there's a way. Whenever you play a bird, you can spend any 2 food items as if they were one of another food item. This is good to know. Take whichever food item you want and confirm your decision. Okay, well, we'll take fish then, because we haven't taken that yet. Okay, now we get to take the seed. Ah, right, we get to take the seed because the blue jay had the power. Oh, hello. And we can activate the Carolina chickadee to get one more. Okay, so that gets us seed. To play them in the forest, you need an egg. I'm surprised you have not played a game that requires hoarding and yeah, exactly. Like, this is... Oh. Okay, you don't have birds in the forest, and the first slot is empty, which means you don't have to pay an extra egg to play a bird, so go there. So the first slot's free. Okay. So play the bells by bringing up the cards and confirming your selection. Okay, so the Bell's Vireo can go in the forest or the grassland, based on its card. It eats 2 of those things, but we now can replace them with something else. And it has a star, which means that it will count for the end of round goals. Notice the next to your food payment. It means that the food you have doesn't match the bird's food cost. But you can still confirm this payment because of the 2 food equals 1 food rule. 2 of any type of food can equal 1 of any other type of food. Confirm your action. Now, what's interesting is it didn't let me pick, it just took. Oh, bonus cards. What? These are bonus cards. You can keep one of them, but you have to discard the other. You'll gain more points at the end of the game if you fulfill the requirements specified on the bonus cards. There's no punishment for failing to do it. However, it's one of those things that all the while you're like, Okay. Look at the nest box builder. This is where nests come in handy. Ah, okay. Okay, so you suggest playing the forester card. So, birds that can only live in forests. 3 to 4 birds will get me 4 points. If I have 5 birds in the forest... Oh, because they can only live in the forest. Okay, so I've got 3 birds that can currently only live in the forest. So we're going to go with that. It also says that it's 24% of all cards, which is nice. So roughly a quarter of all the cards, just shy of, will qualify for this. Okay, so now we have a bonus card, and it's our next turn. I might get a sub for dinner, actually. I'm not feeling like cooking. I am feeling like snacking, so I might get a sub sandwich for dinner because I am not in the mood to cook. Okay, now look at the Black Vulture. Black Vulture... I was going to say Black Vulture is not a cartoon or comic book superhero character from the 60s and 70s, but Black Vulture probably is. And if Black Vulture were a character in the 60s, it's probably a white dude. If Black Vulture were a character in the 70s or 80s, it's a black dude who, honestly, they didn't really know what Black Vulture's powers were. They just wanted somebody who was black. Once between turns, when another player's predator succeeds, gain 1 food from the bird feeder. When another player's predator succeeds. It has a once between turns power. You can activate a once between turns power only when your opponent does something specified in the power's description. Again, in a board game, you'd be able to see that your opponent is doing something. For the video game, you have to wait to notice that. So I guess the game will tell you if there's something qualifies. It does say can, so it isn't automatically activated. It does give you the option. Okay, now look at the Black Vulture's food cost. The Black Vulture's food cost is... I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think the Black Vulture eats other birds, doesn't it? Oh, there's no food cost to cover. Okay. Sinister Society Earth 9602. Is that... Let's see. So that would be... The Black Vulture would probably be like an analog of Batman, maybe? I don't know Earth 9602 very well. Okay, no food cost to cover. Okay, you have enough egg, so we can play the Black Vulture in the forest now. Please play... I tried to push something else, and it didn't let me, because it's like... Please play the Black Vulture. Black Vulture, please play it now. If you have the Black Vulture card, please play the Black Vulture card now. I forgot how to play cards. There we go. Take care, safe commute home, Rogan, and thank you for your puns. Hope you don't Yeah, get home safely. Okay, so no food cost. And we're good to go. But we need to select a bird to spend an egg. We only have 1 egg, and that's on our killdeer. Because we had to basically pay for that slot with an egg. Okay. So at the top, it had a little thing from my opponent saying that they did a thing. But now we're in between the turn. So another player's predator succeeded. I get to get a food from the bird feeder. The opponent gained food and activated their predator, so that means I get to choose food. And it's between turns, so there's no like action cube going back and forth. So I will take... Now this is interesting. I could reroll. I can reroll for something that I need. Hey, welcome on in. And, oh, enjoy the lurk. Because I need either invertebrate or fish for the other food, and I also need seed and invertebrate, so I'm gonna reroll. And I think I mean, this isn't great, honestly. It's still not great. But I'm gonna take a fish, which will poise me to, make something else if I need to. Okay. 2 turns left in round 2 of 4. I do like how quickly it moves. Like, I do like games that are, you know, you have these things that happen in these rounds, and at the end of these rounds, the game is done, and you start over or not. As opposed to games that just seem to go on forever. Like, nobody wants to play Monopoly until 3 in the morning, okay? I want to show you one last thing before we finish the tutorial, so let's go to the grassland. Okay, the leftmost exposed habitat slot will activate a habitat. Now I would like you to press X. Oh, okay, so what you can't see behind me, it'll be right here, is that X is going to let me exchange food for an egg. That's what I'm guessing I'm about to be told, is that X will let me exchange food for an egg. Yes. You can now spend 1 food that you have to lay an additional egg. So we have 2 fish, so let's spend 2 fish. Okay, we confirmed. Okay, now we lay 3 eggs on the birds you want, and then confirm your action. Okay. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Okay. So we want a bowl nest or a star nest to have at least 1 eggs. Nested action. DC. Y'all are making me wish I had wine. Okay, so we want 1 on the Bell's Vireo. We want 1 on the Blue Jay. And we don't really care about the killdeer. So we'll put another 1 on the chickadee. Alright, 1 turn left in the round. There's still 1 turn in this round, but I think I've taught you all I know. No, do not leave me. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Kinda. I mean, I kinda do. Let's sum up what you can do. I love how she's she's got the ranger, but she's also got like the plants sticking out of her hair. So it's not like a bird role-playing game. It's more, it is essentially a board game where you're filling bird habitats. You have forests, grasslands, and wetlands, and you're essentially gathering the best birds for your habitats. The birds have different types of nests, different types of diets, and different types of activities. And as in many board games, you're trying to get the most points at the end of the game. So far what we've noticed in each habitat is there are rules to how you can lay out the birds, the way their powers interact, and their powers interact in other things. So yeah, essentially, and I make fun of the Onion article all the time, and I know that the Onion's network for their content delivery network they basically axed it, so the pictures are no longer there. But there's one Onion story from a while ago that I keep referencing that says, man explaining rules to friends, promises them game will be fun. It's something like that. Actually, let me find it because it's funny. There it is. Explanation of board game rules, peppered with reassurances that it will be fun. And yeah, the picture's gone now, but whatever. It is very much I understand, but sometimes the nuances are bad. And this was another problem that I had at PAX Unplugged because we were wearing masks and playing games. And also, since we were playing games that was a library, we were doing hand sanitizer like every 5 seconds. But there was a loud convention floor of everyone trying to play games, and I'm constantly leaning in to hear my friends say, okay, here's the rules of this and here's the rules of that. And it worked. I learned how to play some games. One of them I really want to... If anyone knows the name of the game where you're essentially... you're junk haulers in space and you're like throwing junk and delivering it between planets and systems, that game was a lot of fun too. Shoot, what was the name of that game? I'll find it later. That game was a lot of fun too. I learned how to play that. I didn't do very well at it, but I learned how to play. In your turn, you can play birds, gain food, lay eggs, and draw cards. You'd say that writing clear, understandable junk orbit. It's so fun. I'm not good at it, but it's a lot of fun. Clear, understandable board game rules is a lost art, but I don't know if that art was ever discovered in the first place. I mean, considering how many people have never actually read the rules of Monopoly and have just gone by the home rules that they were taught, you know, if you ever sit down and read the actual rules of Monopoly and then just like think about how many things you're either doing not wrong, but you're doing not according to the rules. But also, you know, like as Boogie Googie, yes, because it was originally the Landlord's game, which was basically like, this is not a game, this is not good. We don't talk about Uno in this house. Okay, this house has a house rule for Uno, and the house rule for Uno is that we don't talk about Uno. Though again, when I went to the board game store, they had all the Uno games, like Uno and Dos, and there was a different one, and I'm just like, I haven't seen Encanto yet. I'm working on it. And I didn't actually intend that to be a pun, but I'll take it. Sure. They didn't have any of the special decks though, like they did a Pride deck for Uno. They do like, you know, like other decks. I think they did a Clue Uno. Or maybe they're not allowed to. I'm not sure if it's a different company that owns that, because it was Parker Brothers now. Is it still Parker Brothers? Are they still around? Or have they been bought by somebody else? I also have Sorry. Sorry I really like. Sorry is one of my favorite games because it's one of the easiest games to play. In my opinion. The only game I liked more than Sorry was Trouble, because Trouble came with the Pop-O-Matic Bubble, which was essentially like a dice roller that was in the board game, so nobody had to worry about losing the dice. And I'm not going to lie, I have occasionally looked for a dice roller that is a press-down Pop-O-Matic Bubble for dice, just for fun. But yeah, anyway. 8 decks with 15 more. Wow! But we also can talk about the fact that Uno is one of those games that no matter, for the most part, no matter how many different types you have, you can all play them together. I've played Uno on stream a few times. Not too savage, but I prefer to play with friends against the game than having against friends. I'm so sorry, I've gone off on a tangent about games and board games, and if anyone can't tell, I enjoy board games as much as I enjoy video games. Video games are simply easier to play when you live alone and you're in a pandemic. Hey, Nat One. Okay. During your playthrough, you can check the current end-of-round goal score and your overall score. To check your score, press boop. Okay. First, you can see how many points you and your opponent already scored in all end-of-round goals. This is interesting. You can already, because you know what the round goals are, because you know what the end-of-round goals are for each round already, you can already start seeing your points. Oh my. Okay, so you can already start seeing how many points you'll get based on the way things are right now in the next 2 rounds. You know. Now, of course, is there a double Jeopardy where the stakes can really change later on? Who knows? At the bottom, you have points for birds, bonus cards, end-of-round goals, eggs, cached food, and tucked cards. Okay, so I can... Okay, so that's... I'm assuming those are all of my points and not my opponent's points. This is your current total score. You can close the screen. Okay, got it. There's one final thing you can do. At any time, you can access a general overview of your habitats. Oh, thank gosh. Press R up. Oh, R up. Silly me. Ooh. Oh, wow. This overview. Oh, wow. Okay, now I gotta go look up the board game. Hold on. Nope, show me the board game. Ooh, okay, so let me... Board Game Geek is a good site, usually. So let me go to Board Game Geek. And you can see pictures of the game. I apologize. Chrome is having a time tonight. But I when they did that, I was like, that's got to be based off the board game setup, which I thoroughly appreciate, especially if you're coming to the video game from the board game and you would find that more comfortable to keep track of things. That's beautiful. So the overview displays all your habitats and birds. You can also see which birds are available to you in the wetland, what food is currently inside the bird feeder. To close the overview, just press that again. Love it. Love it. Okay, you can finish the remaining rounds now if you want. I hope you will successfully attract many birds to your habitats. Good luck playing Wingspan. Thank you very much, Robin. I literally have no idea what to do now. Okay. So let me see here. Oh, there's trivia for each of my birds. Okay. Do I have anything with a bolt? No, I've got... Okay, so I've got the barn swallow has a star nest. If I can play the barn swallow and get an egg on it, that would add to my... Oh, love it. That will add to my end of round points. Alright. This is the grassland. I also get bonus points for birds that can only be in the forest. So let's let the forest stay the forest. And let's try... I like that. Roll all dice not in bird feeder. If any are fish, gain 1 fish and cash on this card. Oh. Let's see if we can activate the barn swallow. Because it has a power to tuck a card behind it and draw another card. Okay, so I need an egg to activate this. So we need the egg on you for the end of round. We don't need the egg on you. Oh, whoops. Hold on. There we go. Ah, my bad. I need the egg on... Hold on, it only counts for 1, right? At least 1 egg. Each bird counts just once, regardless of how many eggs it has. Okay, so... Don't need to worry about you. You've already got 1 egg, so you will count towards the end of round goal. As will you. So, okay. Then let's add an egg here. And, vulture. You don't have an egg. Oh, whoops. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I did that. Okay. I think I did good. Okay, so round 3 of 4, 6 turns left. You've laid eggs. Good for you. Okay, so this one, count the total number of eggs your birds have laid in this specific habitat row. Multiple eggs on 1 bird each count. So I need to... Ooh, come here. Resume. So I need to focus on my grasslands this turn. And we will Oh yeah, we will basically pay both of those. Okay, so the game does let you pick. It suggested earlier, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Earlier it suggested the food to pay, this time it let me pick. So I'm paying 2 resources, basically 2 types of food to turn into 1 type of food to buy the invertebrate for the barn swallow. Okay, and now we need to select a bird from any habitat to spend an egg. Now, we no longer need them on... hey there, welcome in. We no longer need to worry about them on the... And this is I'm starting to understand. We wanted the eggs on the birds for round 2 for the end of round points, but now I can take those bird eggs... and we're spending an egg.
Barn swallow. Barn swallows once nested in caves, but now favor human-made structures.
There's also trivia. Is there a way to activate the trivia for each one? I don't think you can play the trivia. Okay, so that was it, and that was the end of our round. You can flip the card. I'll figure it out. Actually, hold on. You said flip. Let me find it. Really? You don't want me to do anything? Okay, fine. Start the turn, then we'll do the thing. You played Bird Greater Roadrunner. Well, fine then. Okay, so you can show it. Oh, audio settings. There's audio settings for every time, and then I think I said when the birds were new. Trivia for every bird played. There we go. Alright. So, as it stands now, we have an egg. Okay, so we need to basically get an egg on that barn swallow. Ugh. This is so nice. This is so nice. Okay, so we need to... focus on this round. And we activated the barn swallow, so we get to tuck a card from our hand behind it. So we'll go ahead and put the egret behind it. No, whoops. Oh, that's okay. That's just a selection point. I thought I was putting it on that spot. So we'll go ahead and... oops. We'll tuck a card from behind it. Okay, and then when we tuck a card, we get to draw a card. So... you need 3 seeds. That's quite a lot. But maybe we can get... no, screw it. Okay. And when it activates, you lay another card. You lay another egg on the bird. Okay. Let's look at our player's habitat. They're gonna kick my ass, aren't they? Oh well. It's not about winning. I mean, sometimes it's about winning, but... Okay, so... For the end of round points, we really want to grab another bird in the forest if possible. But we don't have any food, so we're going to have to get food. And to do that, we'll need to pay... we'll need to pay 2 eggs. Okay, so we can choose food from the bird feeder. We can also exchange a card for food, but I think for now we will try to... Okay, so... Right. Think, Brian. We get to pick 2 cards. We get to pick 2 pieces of food from the bird feeder. We can pick a seed, and then we can pick anything else. Then the blue jay will gain that other seed, and then the chickadee will gain a seed from the supply, which will give us enough food to feed our northern bobwhite. So, if I think I've said all that correctly, I'm going to pick a berry and a seed. Okay, that activates the blue jay, so we're going to take a seed. Then that activates the chickadee, which means that we get to gain a seed from the supply cache. Okay. Oh, I did that wrong, though. Did I? I think I did that wrong. Oh, crap. I did that wrong. Oh, well. I totally did that wrong, but that's on me. Another player's predator succeeded, so we gain a food from the bird feeder. So, let's re-roll. And we'll take that seed by my mistake. Nyahaha. I goofed, but it's fine. Nyahaha. So, learning as we go. And that's again, like the real... I'm sorry to keep harping on like real world versus video game, because this is an excellent port of a board game to a video game because it is just as confusing. But in the real world, a friend might say, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Game? You do you, boo. I realize I'm making motions and noises and I'm off camera, so... But I really think that that's a really good, again, replication. I almost need that hand to say, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Because I think what you might have actually want to do is this. I kind of need that, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so I believe if I do this to do that. Okay, so we lay an egg here. Here. Oh, I don't think I want to do that. Oh, I don't have to do that. Yes, I'm going to skip it because I want... Wait, did I... Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Hold on. There we go. It took me a minute to realize how to get a... Okay, I was doing the thing... So, I was doing the thing where you activate the habitat's power and it gives you eggs, etc. when I really just wanted to put a bird... I wanted to put a bird on it. And I didn't do that right. So, learning. Learning is lovely. Okay, and we have enough food to pay for this bird, so boop. And we need to spend an egg. So I'm going to spend the one on the vulture. And there we go.
Northern bobwhite. Bobwhites are prolific breeders, but their numbers are in decline.
Okay, so I've sort of figured that out. And we have 1 turn left in the round. And how am I doing on points there, pal? How am I doing? Oh, we're neck and neck. Okay, I'm not gonna get another bird in my habitat, but I might be able to get some eggs. Eggs. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I might be able to get a bonus egg. I've got 1 egg there. I've got 2 eggs over there. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to basically activate this space in this habitat. So I need to do whatever it takes to get this space handled. Then that will activate the bobwhite, which will lay an egg on itself. Then that will give me the barn swallow, which will give me the option to tuck a card. But I don't want to tuck my forester because I'm going to use that to get points at the end. And then I can use the Bell's Vireo to draw 2 bonus cards and keep 1. Okay. No, that's only 1 played. So the Vireo is fine. It's going to be there. The barn swallow will give me the option to tuck a card, but I'm not going to do that. And because I don't know if the forester is tucked, if it still counts. Oh, but it can't be because it's a bonus card, so you can't tuck a non-bonus card. And this is where the card backs help, because now I understand bird versus bonus. Hi, bye, JA. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. It's coming together in terms of, so rules and progression of play are coming together in my head. Strategy, not yet. Give me a little more time on strategy. But in terms of what I can do, it's coming together. So I want to basically activate all the powers in this habitat by fulfilling whatever this is going to ask me to do, because I want my end of round score to go way up by getting as many eggs in the grasslands as I can. So, Julie, do the thing! Alright. So we're going to take all of our eggs. Now, I don't have food to use. Oh, I can use 1. I could exchange a berry if I really wanted to. I could exchange a berry for an egg, but we'll take you. Oh, can I wait? There we go. Oh, jeez, nope. Sorry, go back. This is what I did wrong. Sorry. Julie, do the thing is from Korra. Is it from Korra? The Avatar: The Legend of Korra? Yeah, I think it's from Avatar: The Legend of Korra. It's by, I want to say Michael Hutchinson, but that might not be right. Basically telling his assistant to constantly do the thing. So this is where I had it wrong. And again, this is where somebody playing with me in person would say that's not how that works. Select birds to lay eggs. I thought it was getting eggs from the birds, aka I was taking eggs from the birds that had eggs on them. No, when I select birds to lay eggs, I am laying eggs on the bird, which means I need all the eggs on this bird. All of them. On this bird. All of them. Boop, boop, boop. Love it. Okay. You've been activated, so I get to lay 1 more egg on you. And I can choose not to. Which, I can imagine you would choose not to use this power if you had a bonus or a round goal that was like, have birds but don't have eggs, or have less than number of eggs. Like card games, essentially, that do really weird rules. Like, oh yeah, you have this, but you must have less than 2 eggs for it to count, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we're going to lay an egg on the current bird. We're gonna skip that because we can't do anything with it. Okay, and now it's my opponent's turn, and suck it. I mean, well played there. This is me gonna get all kinds of cocky about playing the AI, and I am gonna basically get my ass kicked. It's gonna be great. Okay, so another player's predator, which we can. Oh, they succeeded, so we gain 1 from the bird feeder. We don't know what we need. We have typically the end of round goal is the number of birds you've played. So we don't know what's in store at all. So I'm gonna go with invertebrates because sure. I don't know. Fish called out to me, so I'll go with fish. Okay, so this is my first turn. Oh, can I? Dang it, you're right, I sure could have. You know what I should have done was that. I should have done that. And just looked at what was ahead. So did I want fish? I did. And I should have gone with invertebrate. However, I have a berry. If I can get that red-eyed vireo in... No, actually, I need 5... Okay, so I need 5 birds for my bonus card to activate. 8 points. Right now, I have 3 birds, and 4 birds is not going to change that, so I'm not going to worry about that. We might not get another bird up in here. I don't know. We might not. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's go to... Because we do need to draw something, so we can go with a mystery card. Mystery cards, shall we? It's okay, because I should have taken off the backseating tag on this one because I'm glad that people are here who know how to play the game, because I've completely forgotten to flip back and forth between the habitats to see what everything is. That big summer upper screen was very helpful. So that's very helpful. Also, you can flip and you can see the trivia for each of them, and you can see what their abilities are, which is nice. So let's put something in the wetland. All right. Let's go with a mystery. Perfect, a brown pelican. I can't afford a brown pelican, but we'll work it out. Oh, I can, if I want to, I can now, if I want to, I can basically spend an egg and get another card. So let's take one from you and get a card. Another mystery card. Oh, okay. So what do we got? Oh. I can right, because in this habitat I activated to draw a card, so now I can discard an egg to draw 2 more cards. Sure, why not? I can also choose not to use this ability, but it's my first game, so we're gonna go for it. More mystery, because I just want to see what's out there. A black-crowned night heron. Oh my. Can I get a simple verb, please? No simple verbs. Not for me. No simple verbs for Brian today. But I got a lot of cards. So I think my next turn... oh, good. Gain 1 food from the bird feeder. Oh, wait. It doesn't matter what screen I'm on, it's going to show me because the game is nice that way. Okay. So if I want to summon something into the wetlands, I think what I wanted was my pelican. Dang, when played, gain 3 from the... Oh, pelican, I love you. Okay, so let's grab food from the bird feeder. Okay, so that's 2 fish. Okay, now it's my turn. You've laid eggs. Well, so does your mother. Alright, so I can play the brown pelican. What I wouldn't mind is... Oh. Okay, the game is doing something that I absolutely love, so I want to point this out. I was about to say, I'd love to know what I can play with the resources that I have in this habitat. The game has already handled that by giving me a white highlight around the card that is eligible to be played with the resources that I have and in this habitat. And I'm here for that. That is like that just that extra little bit of, I call it accessibility. It's not the same as like accessibility, but it's that little bit of extra, like you're sitting there like, oh, did I let that turn go when I could have done something? The game is like, you actually could have done something if you wanted to. I really appreciate that. Let me see, does that activate for any place else? It does. So, I have options. I cannot bring any new burbs in this round in the forest. But I do have enough to bring the eastern bluebird here. But I think I'm going to go with the brown pelican. So I'm going to play a bird. And by doing so, I'll get 3 fish back. So it's almost like I spent 2 but get 3 free. Which is weird because sometimes the grocery store here does a buy 2, get 3 free thing. And it's often on bags of frozen shrimp. So then my freezer is full of shrimp and I'm making like shrimp dishes forever. But it's buy 2, get 3 free. I'm not going to say no to that. Okay, so we are paying 2 fish. And we're going to spend an egg. Okay, spend an egg. So this is another thing the game needs to really be distinct about the language. Spend an egg versus lay an egg. Lay an egg means you're literally laying an egg on the card. Spending an egg means that you are getting rid of an egg from a card. I'll get this eventually. I will, I promise.
Brown pelican. Seriously endangered in the 1970s, brown pelicans are thriving after the US and Canada banned DDT.
So we're gaining 3 fish from the supply, not from the feeder. So, and I can choose not to, once again, which I like. But we're definitely choosing to. Okay, so now we have 3 fish, which will help if we want to play more. Because right now, the key is really to play more birds. Like, in this last round, we need to play as many birds as possible, so we need as much food as possible to bring birds onto our thingies. Nobody cares what you played, opponent. Shut up. Okay, so I have enough to play the eastern bluebird. Oh, dang it. Maybe though. Wait. No. Interesting. So if I play this, I can play another bird into the same habitat, pay its normal cost. I can't afford to put another bird in the habitat because the only other bird I could would be the dark-eyed junco. And I don't have enough to, I don't have enough to do that. However, I do have more turns. I see you in chat. I do have more turns. So what if I plan ahead, which is something that I never do in games because, oh my god, that's exhausting. So if I need... Okay, so let me think about this. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I need an invertebrate I need an invertebrate, a berry. So 2 invertebrates, 1 berry. That Pell canned. I've not seen this many puns from DC, which is actually kind of impressive. Clearly, we need to do like more D&D together. Clearly. So I need to actually get 1 seed and 2 invertebrates. There are 2 invertebrates in the feeder, and once I am able to activate the feeder, I will gain stuff. So hold on a second. Get down there. Okay, so if I'm doing this correctly, and I think I am, I want to get food from the feeder. I think I'm going to take both of those invertebrates. And I'm not going to exchange a card for that because I think I want to do it for something else. No. No. Also, there's... Yeah, so, okay, so we'll take the food from the feeder. We re-roll. There's no... Dang it! There's no seed in there. There's just stuff. Okay, so... that was a gamble, which didn't work out for us. However, that's cashed on the card, so I can't use it, though, can I? Oh, well. That's okay. It was a gamble. But I have enough to summon. I have enough to... I summon my Eastern Bluebird! Which is, like, I can now see, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! But they're summoning cute bird cards. Oh, look at that. When another player's predator succeeds, gain 1 food from the bird feeder. I'm gonna take a fish. Yeah, I'm just taking a fish. Okay. My turn. Now, let's talk birds, shall we? So if I play the Eastern Bluebird, I get to play another bird in the same habitat. Now, it doesn't say if that bird has to live in the habitat yet, but we'll see what happens after I play, if I can play any bird in this habitat, or it must live in this habitat. So we'll see what happens. But first we're gonna play the Eastern Bluebird. And we will pay that. And we will spend...
Eastern Bluebird. Bluebirds struggle to breed where there is a lack of tree cavities. Nest boxes help.
So, I mean, I can't afford to pay that anyway, but I'm curious if I could play it in this habitat regardless. But we'll play the Dark-Eyed Junco. And we will pay its cost because we can now afford to pay that. Oh, whoops. Sorry, my bad. There we go. Learning how birds interact with each other can be a real vulture shock. So this may set off an interesting chain of events. When I activate the Dark-Eyed Junco, I can tuck the Black-Crowned Night Heron behind it and gain food. Then I'll add an egg to the Northern Bobwhite. I could tuck a card behind that bird and draw another card. And then when it gets down to the Bellsvirio, it's going to draw 2 new bonus cards and keep 1, but that was only on played. So 3 things are going to happen when I do this. 3 things. I'll have the option to tuck the Crowned Heron. I think I'm going to actually tuck it behind the Barn Swallow and have the option of drawing another card. So, same Lemon Poodle. I was at my local, well, not local, my local-ish, because there's probably one that's closer, but we wanted to go a little bit of a distance, game store. And they had this, and they had the expansions in it. And I'm very glad that it's a game now. A video game, because I can play without having the game. But I pay for this game as opposed to paying for that game. But if we get board game nights again, I wouldn't mind getting this. I just need to get a little better at it. So.
Dark-eyed Junco. Junco's summer in the cool woods, but will use more open habitats in the winter.
Okay. You can play it online with... Yeah, I might maybe do that. We'll see. Oh, I didn't activate it. Sorry. Activated, not played. To activate it, I need to go back and do the thing, right? I need to go back and actually click on the button to the right to make them all go. I'm getting it. Okay, so I gained food from the bird feeder. We'll get a rat this time. You dirty rat. Oh, you make the squeaky squeaky. Okay, so it is the last round. You've laid eggs. Shut up. Don't care what you've done. Okay, so I'm currently probably winning, but anything can change. Okay, so I feel like I just want to... I think we'll just lay eggs on birds. We'll lay eggs on birds. And that way we'll now just start... I mean, the eggs don't matter at this point unless there's a secret achievement that I'm not aware of. So I'll just lay them here because I'm lazy. Eggs are points. So currently no card that I have takes bonus points from having more eggs on it. But let me double check that. No card has bonus points from eggs. So that's okay. Alright, so we've now chosen birds to lay eggs on, so we'll finish that turn. Alright. We're going to skip this redemption, and we're going to wait to get down to the Barn Swallows redemption, because we'll tuck it and get a point from that. So we'll leave that alone. We will skip it. Okay, we got an egg on the bird. Lay an egg on the current bird. Again, it's still giving us the option to skip it, which, with card games and their convoluted rules, I can absolutely understand why you'd want to skip this one. Why you might, in some future point, want to skip this redemption, but we'll take it for now. Okay, we are going to tuck this card behind. We're going to tuck this card behind. And then we get to draw a card. We'll draw a mystery card. Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. I win on the tutorial against the computer. Hey! I like this because it's giving you Oh, dang. Oof. Goodness gracious me. Okay, I just wanted to see this. Violet green swallow. Swallow. All right. Okay, details? Oh, it'll show you. Details. Okay. It'll show you how so I made 29 points on a flip. You got home in time to lay that on. All right. All right. 20. I hate it. I did it to myself and I hate it. I did it to myself. 29. 29 points from birds, 4 points from bonus cards, 22 for end of round goals, 11 for eggs. This is why the computer opponent kept saying, I've laid eggs. I've laid eggs. Well, I was placing birds, so whatever. 5 points for the food on the cards and 2 points for tucked cards. My opponent was tucking cards and laying eggs like a demon. But I was focused on the end of round goals. Interesting. So, okay. And I don't want to replay that. Do you want to save this game to preserve? Yeah? I can... What? Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I can go back and I can see the habitats. Okay, but now we've also discovered some birds. Oh, so let's filter by unlocked birds. There we go. So these are all the birds that we found. And we can listen to... Okay, so now this is like your wildlife scene. We can now listen to...
Northern bobwhite. Bobwhites are prolific breeders, but their numbers are in decline.
It won't make the sound, though. Okay. I thought it would do their call again when you did it. So here are all the birds that we have discovered with that first game. It's just 10, but it's not bad. I wish we'd gotten to play that violet thing because that was really pretty, but maybe next game. I think I understand it a little bit. I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit because a lot of games like this are hard for me to grasp, and perhaps just through the means of video, I understand because there's less things. You know, like if you were playing this in full, you'd have counters for eggs, and you'd have counters for, you know, you'd have egg counters, and then you would have food counters, and then you would have, I think, is that it? Egg counters and food counters? So there'd be so many things to keep track of, and that's where my brain goes a little bit into panic mode. And these violet birds... Okay. Okay. I need y'all to understand, I never do anything in Rogan's chat to deserve this. Okay? Never. But, Counters are they're my nemesis in games, and it's like why I've always loved when I play Magic the Gathering online, which I don't do very often, but sometimes I do, and it says, oh, you got a 1/1 token or a 1/1 counter, and I'm just like, oh, thank God this is digital, because I would never be able to remember scribbling all of the things. I did see the eggs. They had additional egg tokens, and they all looked gorgeous, like little beautiful jeweled candy things. And I'm like, oh, this is dangerous. So, we got to do this now because how do I? Oh, okay. So we'll do quickly looking at the credits. Because that's really nice, and I'm definitely coming back to it. It's very, very good. There are things I gotta learn. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. These credits are perfection. Cornell Lab of Ornithology. Oh, the birds are playing Wingspan. They're all playing. Ah! You're lucky I'm not on screen right now, DC. We've got to figure... Okay, so I've got to figure out... I think I need to get this on a platform that can do crossplay, because this would be... somebody else said something... It wasn't just Wingspan, but wasn't it... Was it Board Arena or something else? Because this would be a delightful thing to play online on like a Discord call. Video or not video. I would really enjoy this. And one thing I would love to do this year... Assuming one that, you know, people are being better about Board Game Arena. People are being better about things, and maybe we'll actually get out and about. But I would like to be like, let's change up the paradigm, and let's play games that aren't role-playing games. I mean, I love playing D&D and TTRPGs online. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, but it'd be nice to be like, you know what, let's just get together and play like, you know, a game of Sorry. You know, no stakes, no, like, not Monopoly, never Monopoly. But like, let's play something that's like, let's just, you know, have fun. Tabletopia. Hold on a second. I'm copying these down because I'm gonna look at them up later. So. That has been Wingspan, and I know that I only played the tutorial. I was about to apologize, but I'm not going to do that. I had a ball playing the tutorial, and I'm probably going to play another game later. Also, maybe tomorrow while I'm working. I didn't say that. You never heard me say that. But I want to get more of a handle on it. I want to unlock more birds. I want to learn the ins and outs. And, you know... Strategy, as long as I understand the rules, I'll understand why I got my butt kicked. I'm fine with that. I will then maybe learn to not get my butt kicked, but for now, butt kicking is fine. But that was really, really lovely, and I look forward to playing that more later. And this is just the kind of thing that I would have on in the background at home. Like, it's got bird noises and music, I'm good. But I hope this has been entertaining for y'all. I love any card-based game, video or board, just because of it's gorgeous, but also usually the rules for actions are things that I can read right there and I don't have to worry about like remembering how everything works. So I love card-based games. If you say deck builder, I'm a little bit wonky on deck builders because I'm not good at organizing my deck. You can't say that like you're a New Zealander or you get in trouble, but I love this, so I will definitely play this again. at some point. And what am I doing? Oh, I was going to see who's online to see who we're going to throw a raid to. So let me figure that out because I am getting hungry. And that sub sandwich that I had in my head, I'm trying to decide what I'd like now. I'm thinking maybe an Italian sub or something like a nice turkey and cheddar would be good. But let me see here. It's Tuesday and sometimes Wireless Riot is on, but I don't want to... Oh, yes, Wireless Riot is hanging in Pokemon Legends Arceus, or perhaps Arceus, however one prefers to say it. So let me hop over to the credits screen. There they go. And say thank you everyone for being here. My mods for hanging out. No issues, which again is a great way to end a stream with 0 issues. Take care, Rogan, and all your puns. Prismatic Sky, Dalish Fury, Baka, Fox, Local Snack Preferences, Legend of EJ, Toby Butt, Cosmic Valkyrie, Zayri, and Helm Hamburger Hand, thank you for the follows. Subs, resubs, and gift subs, Rogan, Meridu, Springleaf, Brian, Yarnamancer, Abyssal, and Art, thank you. And the raids from Space Valkyries, DC Lacer, and Mighty Mur, I appreciate it. My stream is ending. I'm going to push that. We're going to go over with the hashtag Herbraid with the heart and the disco emote. If you're not a sub, go ahead and use the virtual hug emote. It's a global one free from Twitch. My social media is coming up. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and I have a blog. Twitter is the best way to figure out what's going on with me. There's also my Discord. You're more than welcome to join. No pressure. If you're already in too many Discords, don't bother. Let's see here. Sorry, I completely lost what I was going. And Rivals of Waterdeep. We just had our second episode of Season 12 on Sunday. You'll be able to watch that on YouTube later on this week. But for now, you can catch up on our Season 12 premiere, To the Victors Go the Spoils. Hey, thank you for the follow. What else I've got going on is, as I've mentioned, and I will continue to mention until the 22nd, and I'll still mention it because it's still pretty cool that I actually helped design an asset that goes into a video game. You can buy Disco the Baby Moonstone Dragon as a familiar in Idle Champions. There it is. There they are. They're amazing. The net proceeds of all sales from now until February 22nd benefit the Canadian Cancer Society. If you want to catch a one-shot we did to celebrate Disco's arrival, there's Moondance. These weekends? Sure, these weekends. Dang it, there it is. Every Saturday, we have been and will be doing, well, until next week, Legend of Vox Machina watch parties. So that's going to be this Saturday at noon. We're going to watch the final 3 episodes of the first season and probably have some conversations about it after the weekend is done and all the channels have done their watch parties. So I'm looking forward to that. And I feel like that's it. I have other exclamation point things. You can see I was on a podcast for Glendale Library Arts and Culture Teen Gen Talks. I think it's a Library Arts and Culture. It was for a library association, so I had to say yes, obviously. And that's up on YouTube. And let me do this. It is February. I have been busy as heck, and I look forward to not being as busy as heck next month. March is going to absolutely be a bit quieter for me. I promise. I promise this to myself, and I promise this to you. I will probably do my streams. I may have room for one charity thing, and I may have room for a paid activation, but March I really do want to take it easy because I've been doing a lot in February, and I'm kind of tired. So I appreciate everyone for being here and for hanging out and always rolling with the shenanigans. I appreciate the support and the engagement with my tweets. I appreciate you showing up to my streams. I love that you chat on my Discord. All of that makes me very happy. And I will see you again Saturday. I don't know what we'll be playing on Saturday, but I'll figure it out. Maybe another round of Wingspan, although this took a while for me to learn, so maybe not so fast. And then Sunday's Animal Crossing. And as I said, I have some amiibos coming in, so we'll have some new people to play coffee with, to have coffee with. But I see a bunch of us are ready to head over to say hi to Wireless Riot, who is all up in Pokemon Legends, and I see a cat cam and a doggo cam, so we might have some furry friend visitors too. But I'll see y'all over there. Everyone have a great night. Get some good food, get some good rest, read something fun, say hi to a friend, and give someone a hug if you can. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.